Hi, welcome back. Today I wanted to bring you a mat workout that will have a little bit of yoga incorporated in it just to get us some stretch and lengthening moves in. So all you're going to need today is your mat and your body. So once you get your mat ready, come and meet me at the front of your mat. First, we're just going to take a couple breaths straight overhead. Just inhale, reach those hands up. Exhale, palms to the sky, looking up. And exhale, return those arms down. One more, just like that. Exhale, palms reach. Another inhale. Exhale, release those hands. Bring those palms right to the center of your chest in a prayer position. Inhale, lean back. Trace those hands along the front of your body as you dive forward, relaxing that head to really stretch your neck out. Knees can be soft here if you need to. Feet can be together or a little bit apart to help you with your balance. Inhale, flat back, look up. Step the right foot back into a runner's lunge. Hands are right under shoulders as the left leg comes back into a plank. Drop those knees and feet flat. Slowly bring your chest down. Inhale into a little baby swan and then back into down dog. Down dog, you're really driving those heels into the floor as you reach your hips upward and push the ground away with those hands to feel a nice stretch. Let's go ahead and let's just bring that right foot up to the front of the mat. Step the left foot to meet. Again, flat back, look forward, dive over, and then inhale, come back up to standing and return those hands to prayer. So we're just going to flow through that a couple more times. Just do the best you can. Don't get too caught up in, doing the moves exact. Just kind of try to feel the movement in your body and the lengthening and using that breath. Inhale, exhale, dive forward. Knee to nose. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Right leg back to runner's lunge. Left leg back to plank. Knees, feet down slowly. Scoop into the ground. And then release into down dog. Breath in down dog. Bring that right foot up to the front of the mat. Step the left foot to meet it. Flat back, look up. And inhale, hands overhead. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, dive forward, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg back, left back, lower down, little baby up dog, and down dog. Again, right leg up, left leg meets, flat back, and dive forward, or come up. Last one. Inhale, flat back, right leg back, left leg back into your plank. Come down, little up dog, nice down dog. Again, right foot up, left foot meets, flat back, dive over, and inhale, come back up to standing and hands come to prayer. I love those kind of warm-ups just to get the whole body moving. So now let's go ahead and cross one hand over the other and just slowly lower that body down like I like to do a lot. Swing those legs around. And go ahead and meet me in all fours. Start with a little cat-cow here. Inhale, exhale. Give me 2 more. 1 more. Come to a flat back. Again, we'll go to those hip sways I do quite a bit. Let's go ahead and lean the hips to the left while you look over the right shoulder and shift to the opposite way. Feel a nice stretch down the side of your hip, leg. Kind of mobility in the spine happening here. 2 more. And last one. Now let's go ahead and do just where we're going to thread the needle. So go ahead and lift up, really think, oh, I'm trying to reach the sky. Dive that arm right under and stretch the other hand out if you can, and really just lean right onto that shoulder. Take a deep breath here. And one more breath. And then let's come up. We have one more side to do. So let's go ahead and bring the opposite hand up. Really reach for the sky. And dive that hand under and through, stretching the other hand straight up overhead. Really lean into this. Let your head relax into the ground. Really feel a nice stretch underneath the arm that's stretched out in front of you and along the back and lats of the arm that's stretched underneath you. And let's come back up to all fours. So now we're going to go into a little bit of knee hovers or bear planks, as I used to call them, or I like to call them. So go ahead and put your toes right into the ground, and we're just going to keep our tummy in nice and tight, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to lift our knees off of the mat and just hold here for 10, 9. Try not to hunch those shoulders. Try to keep the shoulder blades going down the back with the core nice and tight. Feel a little heat generating in your arms, core, thighs. And let's come down. Good job. We're going to do that one more time. Again, core is nice and tight. So let's lift those knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to walk forward and backward with just the feet. So again, lift up into your knee hover and let's go back and forward. Only bringing the knees in as close as you can, feel comfortable, keeping that nice plank position so the lower part of your body is moving. 5 more sets. 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, last one. And let's come down, come into a child's pose. Take a deep breath in and exhale and just slowly roll up. So now we're going to go right back up and we're going to come into down dog. So go ahead and put yourself into a nice down dog. Send those heels into the ground. Let's go ahead and take the left hand, grab the right ankle if you can, or just reach it as far back as you can, creating a nice stretch through the side of your body. Breathe. And let's bring that hand forward, and let's take the right hand and reach the left ankle. Inhale and exhale. Nice stretch down the outside lat there. And bring that leg or hand back. And let's just walk our dog, alternating lifting those heels. Just let that head relax. So every time you lift, even try to lift your toes up of the foot that goes flat. Really get a nice stretch from glute to ankle. 2 more. And come down. Again, quick breath in child's pose. And come up. Let's just kind of roll those wrists out real quick. And let's go ahead and slide those feet around. And we're going to start with a little bit of core work. So we're gonna start here today, kind of doing some prep work into teaser. So we're just gonna sit, feet hip width apart, hands straight out in front, shoulders resting down, not hunched up by your ears. So we're gonna inhale here, we're gonna tuck starting from the pelvis, exhale, roll down, pause, inhale, exhale, roll up. We're gonna keep doing this move, keep with the breath. And I want you to think about using the core to come up, not the hip flexors or the legs. And I only want you to go so far back. I don't want any lower back taking the work. I want it in the front of the core. Exhale up. Exhale. Pause, inhale, and exhale up. So now let's just go down halfway and let's start to lift the legs. 1 and 2, 3, and really think about lifting from the knee, and that pelvis is staying really, really still. 4, and then roll back up. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll down, and we're just going to open to the side and then roll back up, and let's alternate sides. And open and roll up. Get just a nice little rotation in there, kind of warming up the center a little bit more. Keep breathing. One more each side. And last one. Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and repeat that beginning part again of the toe tap, single toe tap. So inhale, exhale, roll down, and let's lift and lift. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and roll back up. Now I'm going to have you come down onto your forearms. This is a move getting into hip circles, but we're just going to do the modified version right now. Bring those legs up so they're bent at the knee, and think about drawing circles clockwise with your knees. So you pull those knees away a little bit, trying to, you see me fix myself here, trying to not let the shoulders creep up to the ears. One more in this direction. And now let's go the opposite way for 4. It's a very good core move when you start keeping those knees together and really focus on drawing circles with the knees. Last one. And let's come up and let's roll all the way down. Give those knees a little bit of a hug, a little roll around. Good job. So let's go ahead and just lift our one leg up, keeping the other knee bent. Let's do a gentle little hamstring stretch. Let's flex the foot and point, flex, point. Get a little dorsal flexion going on here. Now let's draw some circles with the foot on the ceiling. 4 one way, maybe 3 or 4 the other way. 3, 4. And let's bring that foot down. Let's stretch the other hamstring. Point that leg up, keeping this foot back, the opposite leg bent on the floor right now. And again, flex, point. And just breathing naturally while you're doing this part. I like to throw in some stretching in between and catching your breath moments. 2, 1, circles in the opposite direction. And give those knees a hug. So let's go ahead and put those feet flat. We're just going to do some ab crunches here. We're going to go ahead and keep the hands behind the head. Again, your head is just resting in your hands, almost like your hand's a little hammock holding your head. So we're going to make sure we're very neutral spine here, or even an imprint, meaning kind of tuck that pelvis under a little bit to really protect that lower back. We don't want the lower back arching off the ground. So we're gonna just do a deep breath in into your ribs here. Exhale, curl up. Exhale all that air and roll back down. Let's do 2 more, just like that, very slow. Inhale, exhale, roll back down, and give me 1 more. And come back down. So let's go ahead and float one knee up and then the other knee. Let's go ahead, inhale, exhale, curl up and stay up. And let's go right into toe taps. Keep breathing. Think about sending the knee away from the pelvis. 1 more each way. And then go right into double leg stretch. Or I'm sorry, single leg stretch. 4, 5, we're going to 10. Inhale for 2, exhale for 2. 7, 8, last one. And roll down. Bring those feet flat. Now we're going to go into double toe taps, but if you are not comfortable doing that, stay with the singles. So really go ahead and keep that belly in nice and tight. Again, neutral spine if you can do that. If not, do a little imprint where you tuck your pelvis a little bit. Inhale one knee and then the other knee. Let's inhale, exhale, curl up, hold nice and stable and tap down for 5 and 4 and 3. Give me 1 more. Now let's go into double leg stretch. Inhale as we open, exhale as we curl together. For 7 and 6. 4 to go. Last one. And roll down. Really let that breath work for you. So let's go ahead and do a couple of roll-ups because I'd like you to get a little bit of stretching in the back of those legs and a nice rounding of the back. So again, you're nice and flat along the ground here. We're going to inhale, exhale, curl up, come right over those feet. Nice stretch as you roll back down. If you're not comfortable doing this, just do the roll down version even with your knees bent. And roll back down. Last one. And roll back down. And bring those hands along the side. Now we warmed up those hamstrings a little earlier so we could go into some leg circles. So again, let's bring the one leg straight up. If you need to bend it a little bit, that is fine. Other leg goes straight along the ground. We're going to draw 5 circles on the ceiling, kind of smaller, 5 in each direction. I really want you to feel this core working to keep those circles nice and crisp. So we inhale, exhale for 4, 2, 1. Let's go the opposite way. Really lengthen those legs in the direction they're pointing. 2 more, and 1. Let's bring that leg down. Opposite leg, whatever leg you did, do the other one. I'm on my left. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite way. I really like to work the breath with this move. 2, 1. Leg down. Nice stretch out. So now we got those legs nice and warmed up. We can go into double split leg stretch. So another one of the Pilates 5. One leg is bent straight up to 90. The other one is hovering in front of the ground. I do want to say here, you can keep these bent. The lower you go to the ground, the tougher it is. So you don't want to go so low that you're lifting your back off. You always want to keep that back protected. So inhale for 2, exhale for 2. You switch those legs. We're going for 10. Trying to keep the pelvis stable for 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Nice. So now we're going to go right into leg lowers. Getting all Pilates 5 in today, just kind of mixing them up a little so they're not right in a row. Again, legs at 90 or bent. Inhale, exhale, curl up and stay up. Inhale for leg lowers, exhale up to 90. And again, only go as low as you can, keeping that back from arching off the ground. Five to go. Legs are long and strong. 3, 2, and 1. And bend in. Okay, so last one of the 5 is crisscross. And again, crisscross, in case you're new to this, when you cross, I want you to think of this arm as an arrow. It's not the tight bicycle that we've done years and years ago or that we used to see. So crisscross is more of an open and a slower move. I like to inhale on one side, exhale on the other. So let's float one knee and then the second knee. Inhale, exhale, come up to begin. And we're going to start our twist. Inhale, exhale. For 3 and 4, really crunch over. 3 to go. 3, 2, 1. And hug those knees. Stretch out long. Flex those feet. And exhale, bring those hands over. Let's go ahead and come up to the front of the mat. Let's bring those legs about a little over more than mat width. And let's go ahead and bring the hands out to the side, kind of keep them in the peripheral vision for some spinal rotation. Inhale for 2, exhale, center. One more each way. And bring those hands down. Okay, so let's go ahead and sweep those legs around. Let's come right into posterior work. So gently lower yourself down onto the ground. Legs are long behind you. Core is in nice and tight. Gonna just keep that head as a natural extension of the spine. And I just want you to lift up your right hand and bring it forward and back for 10. Abs are in. I like this move so you can get that shoulder and scapular stability. No weight or anything, just feeling a nice movement, keeping that mobility good in these areas. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other side. Just lightly lift that hand so it hovers over the ground. Inhale as we reach overhead and bring it back for 9. And you're not pressing into your lower back at all. You're slightly lifting the chest off the ground by using the upper back muscles. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and put your forehead down. So we're going to go ahead and just lift up gently again. We're just kind of looking at the edge of our mat. Both hands overhead, legs are strong, a little kind of towards mat width, tummy in. Both hands overhead for 9. Really drive back with those elbows to feel that movement through the scapular. 4 more for 4. Inhale, 3 and 2 and 1, and come down. Now we're going to go ahead and do some baby swan, so just keep those hands around the shoulders. We're going to inhale, lifting with the upper muscles, the muscles in the top of the back. Really strengthen and broaden the front of the collarbones. Exhale down for 3 more. 2, and give me 1 more. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do grasshopper. So I know I've done this in some of my other videos, but for those of you who haven't done it yet, I like to just put my palms right on top of each other, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to bend those legs, bring the heels to touch, put your forehead right on your hands. Let's go ahead and lift the upper part of your body, your upper chest, and then your feet. And your head, your upper body does not move, but you're going to drive those knees and feet up for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down for a breather. Relax those legs all the way down. Head down. And we're going to do that one more time. So bend those legs. Heel comes together so toes are pointing to the outside of the room. We're going to gently lift that chest like we did for baby swan. Lift those knees up and drive those feet to the ceiling for 3 more, 2, and 1, and come down. So that's a great one to work the glute area and your back. I love posterior work. So we're going to do single leg kick. So let's just come up on our forearms. Again, tummy is still tight. And we're going to press into this to not let our shoulders hunch. We're going to take our right foot, double kick, point to the back. Double kick the left foot, point to the back. Keep alternating. 2 kicks in, point to the back. For 3 more each side. And 2, 1. Oh, good job, you guys. Give me a quick child's pose. And then just roll up. Let's do a little bit of side leg work, which we all love. So let's go ahead and just lay down on our side. Let's bring those feet to flexed. Lift them both off of the ground. Bottom leg is just going to stay there as the right leg lifts up and down. Really keep those hips stacked facing me, not letting yourself open up to the ceiling. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's come up under our forearm again, keeping that elbow right under the shoulder. Let's do a double kick to the front and point to the back. And again, when we point to the back, we barely move that torso. 5, 4, 3 more. Last 2, last 1. And let's come, I call it home, when the leg is straight out. So we're going to draw 5 circles on the ceiling in each direction. 3, 2, 1, opposite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back down for me. I want the bottom leg lifted and flexed. This leg I need in the back because we're going to swing it forward and we're going to just lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5 more. I love that you can do such great leg work laying down. 2 more and 1. Pause here, sweep to the front and back. You're aiming to get it at about a 90-degree angle from your body. If you can't go that far, that's fine, just so you kind of know what we're shooting for. For 5, 4, 3 more. Good job. Bring that leg back out and lift. 8, 7, 6, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And then let's bend them in. Gonna go right into some clams. So again, keeping the feet together, knees touching, hips facing me. You don't want to roll back, right? Almost sometimes in the beginning, keep your hand here so you don't let yourself, you keep those hips facing the front. For 6, 5, 4, and we got one other little thing with clam today. 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and come up to our forearm. Let's lift those legs and let's open out, bring them together, close. So we're clam, shoot those legs out. We're gonna do 10 of these. And I'm trying to even be conscious myself to not let that shoulder on this side scrunch in. 5 more. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 more. Good job. So let's go ahead and roll onto our back. We're gonna come up into a plank and we're gonna do some shoulder taps. So again, you're just gonna tap, tap, and you're trying to not lose that angle from shoulder to hips. And you're taking your right arm, tapping your left shoulder, left arm, tapping your right shoulder. Well, I don't want to say as many as you can, because some of you might be able to crank out like 50 of these. Just give me a few more. But, oops, that was a quick one. Don't feel like if you can't do all these, that's okay. Just work up to it. And come down. Roll those shoulders out a little bit. We're gonna do some shoulder stretches at the end. And let's go ahead to the opposite side. Come all the way down. Again, get yourself in position, facing the front. Legs are strong, flex, lift both. Bottom leg is stable, top leg lifts. 10 reps here. 6, 5 more. 4, 2, and 1. And go ahead, come up to that forearm. I always like to bend the bottom leg a little like a kickstand. So we're on to double leg kick to the front, point to the back. Point to the back. 4, 5. Really lengthening through the head like it's going in the angle straight out. That helps your posture a little bit. 3 more. And 2, 1. Point to the side, you're home. Circles 5 in each direction. 4, 5. And the opposite for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come down for that inner thigh series. So again, this leg is back out of the way so you can do the sweeps after. So first we just lift here, really flexing that foot. Get that adductor, inner thigh really fired up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then you sweep and close it. And again, I like to keep my arm here because you are working your core a little to maintain your balance. But you want to make sure you really do work that leg. So I like to hold my hand here to have a little balance. 3 more. 2, 1. Legs forward, we're going to lift. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. So on that particular move, try to keep that foot flexed and not let it do anything funky, because when you start changing the position of your foot, you kind of change the area of the muscle you're targeting. So on to clams. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's stay down for the first set of clams. Again, we open, close. So it's almost like you have to sometimes feel like you do a few reps to really get that movement going. But this is great for those hip rotators. Oh my gosh, this is such a great move. 4, 3, 2, give me one more. Now we can come up. I was kind of jumping the gun there. So lift the legs on this one. If you can't, keep them down, but you do engage your core a little more when you lift them. So again, open for clam, extend the legs, toes together, close the clam. Open, legs out, toes touch, close. Just keep breathing. Here's 5 and 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Okay, so now we're going to do those planks one more time. We're also going to do some push-ups today. Yep, we're doing good, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and come up into our plank. And again, same thing, let's just do those alternating taps. I'm kind of going for like 10 sets, so you would end up doing 20. And if you're not comfortable doing these, just hold your plank. If you have to be on your knees, that's okay too. Sometimes it's hard for people with their wrists. You can fold the mat over like I've shown you in some other videos. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come down. Nice breather. And roll up. Oh, and I don't want to forget to do bridges. This is what I do in my classes. So let's come around. I get ideas. So let's come around and let's go ahead and roll back down. Do those bridges before we do the push-ups. So let's today do marching bridges, but first for some shoulder mobility, I just want you to move the arms forward and back. If you cannot tap the floor behind you, just go as far as you can comfortably. You don't want any pain or pinching or anything like that. Give me 3, 2, last one. So now let's go ahead and just lift up into a bridge and come back down. And up, just kind of hover as you come down. So bridges again, you're sending your hips to the sky, keeping them nice and level. It's a fantastic core exercise. One straight line from shoulder to hips. Do not push up into your back. For 4, 3, relax the jaw, relax the collarbone area and the neck. Last 2, and 1. Okay, so now when we lift back up, we're going to march. And why I like this is you're alternating your feet, so you really have to call on your core to switch that position. We don't go fast, but it's just the point that you do have to do that confusion where your body has to readapt to the next foot taking the full load, basically. So let's go ahead and lift up. Now we're going to bring one leg up and set that leg down and bring the left leg up and set that leg down. So you're just kind of lifting. You have a hip at 90 and the knee at 90 as you lift them. Trying to put those in the same area and keeping everything else still. Hips stay high but level. Trying not to sink. I'd like to do 5 more. If you need a rest, go ahead and then meet me back up here for 5, 4, again, jaws relaxed, 3, And 2 more. And 1 more. And come down. Let's go ahead and stretch out. Top to bottom, feel that nice stretch. Let's go ahead and come up to the end of the mat, and let's go right ahead and stand up carefully, once you're getting lightheaded, and meet me at the end of the mat here. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do basically Joe Pilates push-ups. So those are kind of a inchworm with a push-up. So we're gonna dive down, walk out for 4 steps, 5 push-ups, walk back 4 steps, and do that 3 times. If you can do a full push-up, a real push-up, great. If you have to go to your knees, do it modified, that's fine too. So again, inhale up, dive over, walk out 1, 2, 3, 4, and give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back. Inhale, exhale, dive. Walk out. 4 more. 1 more. Walk back. And dive over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into your plank. Start your push-ups. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. Whew. And bring those hands down. I love that. So let's go ahead and do some cool down stretches. Let's start with our right leg forward, left knee down into a runner's lunge with your knee down. And go ahead, tuck that hip under, feel a nice stretch through this hip flexor and quad. Bring this arm up, gently reach over, come down forward. Now go ahead and put this hand on the inside, kind of holding your foot on the ground. Bring this hand on a diagonal forward and just inhale to kind of open your chest. Exhale, bring that hand to the end of the mat. Let the head follow, getting a nice rotation, nice stretch through your ribs, your back, your sides. Last one. So let's go ahead, put the hands down to switch feet. Left foot forward, right knee down. Come up. If you lose your balance, you can just get some yoga blocks or whatever you might have around to keep your, or you could just use the ground, but if you want to be up higher, you could get some props. Tuck the leg under of the knee that's bent onto the ground. Bring that arm up and over. Extra deep stretch you're feeling. And now we're going to do that same stretch. Again, hand on the ground to stable yourself. Reach that other arm forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, come down. Give me 1 more. Okay, so let's go ahead and sweep those legs around. And I'm going to go ahead and have you roll down. So I want to do a little figure 4 stretch here first. So let's bring the right ankle over the left knee and bring that leg up. I like to hold like this and kind of use the elbow to press that knee away, but you could gently use the hand. Keep the feet flexed here for me. Feel a nice stretch in your piriformis, or outside the glute, I should say. Kind of start to even that breath out. Let's lift this leg straight up to the sky, and let's get a little dorsal flexion in. Point flex like we did in the beginning. Circle that foot around 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. And that leg, let's go ahead and switch. Left leg over the right knee. Flex those feet at first. Again, however you like to do it. I like to kind of hold the back of the one knee and use the elbow to press the other knee away so I can kind of do a pull and a press at the same time. Flex that foot up to the sky. Point, flex. Do this a few times. And now give me some circles in each direction and opposite way. And let's go ahead, hug those knees, roll around a little bit. Now let's just go right into happy baby. So you bring bend your knees, bring your hands on the inside and then bring them around to the outside to grab the soles of your feet if you can grab them. Flex those feet and kind of pull the knees down in to feel a stretch through your legs. And then you can even rock side to side to massage the back muscles. Those lower QL muscles get a little massage. Just kind of think of like a baby in a crib. It's with happy baby pose. Again, kind of bringing that breathing down. Exhale, kind of feeling the benefits of those movements and exercises you just did, the muscle tension you released. And let's go ahead and bring those knees together and let's bring them along the ground. So I want you to roll onto one side. Make sure you've got enough room. So you're just going to be hips stacked, knees together. The arm on the ground is straight out in front of you and the other arm is right on top, palm to palm. So rest your head on the ground. If you're not comfortable, you could get a little towel. So inhale, bring that hand past the hand on the ground and trace along your arm as if you're pulling back a bow and arrow. Open that arm to the side of the ground, to the opposite side of you. Then bend at the elbow, trace it back. Inhale, past. Exhale, open. This is fantastic for your shoulders and your back muscles. Inhale, over. Exhale, open. And then go ahead and close this again. I call it close because it's just right up to where the arms meet. Now let's just trace along the top of the floor, taking the top hand and go up to like 12 o'clock. Give me a couple more so you can stay here. If you are comfortable and you have no discomfort, you can trace that all, not on the ground, but you bring the circle all the way around, come to the leg, and then meet the hand again. So you're at the ground here, and then as you start to come around, you won't really be touching the ground as much. Maybe you might scrape it a little bit here and there, but it's just to really feel that mobility through the scapular and through the shoulder. Give me just one more. All right, so let's go ahead to the center for a second before we do the other side. Keep the knees bent. Just put those arms flat on the ground if you can. And all I want you to do is I want you to trace those arms up and come back down with the elbows. So forward, overhead, and slide them back down. Again, some nice stretches through the trapezius, through those muscles in the back. Two more, and one more. So I do not have to face the back of the room. I'm going to go ahead and switch to this side to do my other arm. So again, resting your head, your set knees bent, and you're going to go ahead and inhale past this arm. Exhale as we open. Close at the elbow first. Trace back. Inhale. Exhale. Open. And give me one more here. Exhale. These almost feel like a reward after a good workout. So again, we're going to come up to 12 o'clock and back down. And just what I like to do a lot is I like to think about the movement that's happening and focus on the muscles that are getting stretched. Now, if you're comfortable to go all the way around, go ahead and join me. Otherwise, just stay moving the hand along the ground up to 12 o'clock. Otherwise, let's do a full few circles. And just one more. And let's go ahead and come up. And let's come to the center here and let's do a quick little butterfly. Again, feet closer and together is going to stretch the adductor more. And again, I like a nice flat back when you're leaning over, not rounding. So just stretch forward. Let's hold this for a couple breaths. And again, if your legs are up here, that's okay. If you feel tight in here, a great stretch to do, like when you're watching TV, to put pillows under each side and just let those legs relax into it. So you're not like tensing the muscles and holding them up, but you can let those muscles really loosen. And let's go ahead and push those forward. We have more of a diamond now, and this is more of a hip stretcher. So we're gonna lean over again, trying to keep a flat back, and we're working on getting our face down to our feet. Roll up. Let's go ahead and do a couple neck stretches. Go ahead, take that ear gently down to the shoulder, kind of reaching on the ground like you're trying to grab something. Exhale. Opposite side. I do these frequently through the day because I'm on a computer for work. But even if you're not on a computer at work, I'm sure you're on your phone, you're reading things, you're looking down a lot. We all hold a lot of tension in our neck and upper shoulders. Bring the palms to face you, look straight down. Now fists just gently look up and come down. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time.